So I have some bad news.
So, Ellie has bad news, and I've been very busy the last few days, and they definitely are related. And Ellie's going to tell you all about it as I run away because my chicken's burning. Goodbye. Was that just for show?
No. So when we were looking for jobs, I was kind of thinking I wanted to look into being a barista because I didn't feel ready to teach at the schools at this point. And so I wanted to make coffee. And so I did get a job in town making coffee, and I really love my job. It's great. But I don't know if working in food service was the best idea for me at this point, and here's why. So when we first moved here, I had woken up with a sore throat a few mornings, and I had also had a bloody nose. And I think it's specifically because in Germany, in Essen specifically, it was more humid than it is here in Wisconsin. And Wisconsin is also quite humid compared to a lot of other states. But like moving back from Essen to Wisconsin, my nose was dry and my throat was sore, and I went to get COVID tested, but it was negative. And so I was like, okay, like this just sore throat is like a dry throat from like waking up in the morning's fine. So on Sunday I went to work, and I didn't really feel terrible. I felt like I still had this sore throat thing, but it, like from the dryness. And since I'd gotten tested before, I didn't think it was really anything different. And then I got to work, and like about a half hour into my shift, I started to feel really dizzy, and I had an upset stomach, and I just wasn't feeling great. And I felt like warm, and then because we also have ice cream, I was very warm. And then I would scoop the ice cream and I'd freeze, and then I was like, oh no, these are like signs of a fever. So I called my boss and I texted them and I said, hey, I'm not feeling good. Can I go home? And I was supposed to like close that night, so like close down the business and put everything away. And no one was really in the area, and I had Lucas then come by and sit there because I was like, if I fall over or pass out, like I want someone to be here. And I had eaten that day, so it's not like it was from food related things. Gabby, what are you doing? So then someone came in to cover for me and I went home. I told Lucas to go and immediately buy a rapid test, which here in the US, this is something I don't like. So they have these rapid tests available in like the stores. They cost like $24 for just 2 of them, when meanwhile, in Germany, I was able to get tested for free. And whenever I wanted to, like same day within 10 minutes. And I really missed the like testing availability because here you can only get like free tested at the university on Mondays, Wednesdays, or Fridays. Who's gonna wait to like and not go to work because they think they may have it? No, they're gonna go to work and then go when it's available. With another pharmacy, you have to register a day in advance, and it's very annoying. And definitely not as easily accessible. Please don't lick my armpits, no. So we did the rapid tests, and there's like a control sliver and then like the sample. So like the control is always supposed to be red, but it like bled a little into the sample, which made it look like the sample was reactive. And then so we did the test a second time at home, and it looked like it was negative. And Lucas said, well, because we have such weird results, let's go and get you actually tested. So then on Monday, I went to get actually tested. And it turns out that I was positive for COVID. And so I'm not happy about this because within like 3 weeks of being back in the US, I have managed to get COVID. Now, keep in mind, I am double vaccinated and boosted. So I definitely think that this helped reduce my risk of contracting COVID and also like reducing my risk of getting more severe symptoms. So I'm very thankful for that. after more research Lucas has done, he says that there's like a 30% chance that you can get COVID once you're like double vaccinated and boosted. Like, you still have a chance, but it's not as wide. And I think it's because at work I was just like really cold and hot and exposing myself to like the ice cream freezer that I like threw my immune system in for a loop. And I also didn't get a lot of sleep the week before. So maybe I had just like lowered my immune system's like response. Because Lucas went to get tested a day later and he's negative. But we decided to still take all the safety precautions, and so his mom is like bringing us food to the door and that type of thing, and so we're quarantining. But it's not fun. COVID is a really weird type of sickness for me. Like, to me, it's kind of a cross between like a really bad cough and like throat thing with like the mucus and stuff, and also the flu, like where you get feverish and you have an upset stomach and that type of thing. It's like all of them in one to me, and to me that's a bit much. Like, I'd rather have one or the other, not like everything at the same time. So I've had a fever of 101 on Sunday and on Tuesday, but those have since gone down, and that's the highest fever I ever remember having. I didn't have a cough the first 2 days, but now I do, and now it's getting worse, but I can't get the mucus out. It's just like this cough. And then there's like the hairs in your throat. There's like one that just keeps like getting irritated, and that makes me have to cough. So I can't really sleep because I have to cough, and it's a pain. It's a big pain. But today is what, day 4, I think? Yeah, today is day 4. But I'm gonna try and stay home for the 10 days because I don't want to pass COVID on to anyone else. I mean, in the US, the regulations are to stay home for 5 days on quarantine, and then you can go out, but you have to wear your mask everywhere. But especially since I work in food service, I feel like I have a higher chance of giving it to other people, even if I'm wearing my mask. So I'm gonna try and stay home for the 10 days. But yeah, I feel like I most likely picked it up from work, because working in like food service is probably a really easy way to like contract COVID, because you wash people's dishes and that type of thing. Despite that, I am really happy that I have this job because I like the skills of learning how to be a barista. So that's not something I want to give up. I'm just going to have to be much safer about it and get the proper amount of sleep that I need. So yes, Lucas has been doing a really wonderful job. He is the most excellent caretaker you could ever imagine. He makes me lunches and foods. He takes out the garbage. He sometimes comes to keep me company and watch TV in the evenings. He's really kind about it. Thank you, Lucas. I think, though, the good thing about this is, like, I am not happy to have COVID, and Lucas is kind of annoyed that we were safe in Germany for 2 years. I mean, we also stayed at home and, like, worked from home, and I had school from home, so it's not like we really went out in public much. So, I mean, this is kind of par for the course. But he's a little bit annoyed that within the first 3 weeks of being here, I got COVID, or one of us did. Because, I mean, we didn't want to get COVID. I do feel like the good thing about COVID is, because I felt really rushed in the 2 weeks, like when we first moved in, to find a job, find a car, find health insurance, find all of these things, furniture, start getting the place set up. There's a lot of like cramming that COVID has really forced me to slow down and take things easy, because I sleep a lot now and I'm able to catch up on some movies and just relax and enjoy some more me time, which I don't think I've had for quite a long time, because we've been packing, moving, unpacking, looking for jobs, that type of thing. So it's been really good on that note. to relax and watch some more movies. So I don't recommend COVID to anyone, but I definitely do think there's like a bright side. I am also lucky to still have like my taste and my sense of smell, and I do think that the vaccines helped with that, so I wouldn't feel it as severe or as strongly. I do know some that, like, within my own family included, that have lost their sense of taste and smell, and so I cannot imagine having that happen to me, and so my heart goes out to those who have lost their sense of taste and smell, because I don't know what I would do. So yes, I'm lucky enough to also not have a very severe case. So that is the bad news, and with a happy little silver lining of me getting more me time. Coming up, we're hoping to travel some more in the summer. You are just the crabbiest. Just very whiny when she's hungry. Sure, lick my fingers, thank you. I'm not quite sure what videos. I think we have 2 more coming up from Germany that we pre-recorded before we left, but I don't quite remember. Yeah, so we're not really sure where this channel is headed, but we're hoping you'll roll with us. Stay healthy and safe. Goodbye!